Happy Sunday to you, everyone. This is Great and Standard Tutor School. We wish you happy Sunday. And today we are going to be looking at a topic that talks about how to solve simultaneous equation. After this edition, we are going to be talking about how to solve quadratic equation. And continually, we are going to upload all SSCE, WAEC, and NECO syllabus. Likewise, we are working on JAM syllabus. So before March, I'm promising you, not because my name is promised anyway, but of reality, that you will meet all your subjects, that all your topics in maths and science subject as well, like physics and chemistry topics, that you will find helpful for your JAM and as well as your WAEC. So you can keep the videos to yourself on our YouTube and keep watching on and on our TikTok page and other pages. Just check at Great and Standard Tutor School. At some page you just use Standard Tutor Schools, so then you check, you find us there. Now today, let's dive into the business of today. Thank you very much, the listeners and students that are following me up, including the well wishers and fans. So we are going to be talking about how to solve simultaneous equation. From the word equation, I have said it once again, I want to make it an interactive class. That when we talk about equations, we are talking about algebraic expression with an equality sign. For example, if I have a x plus y, this is an algebraic expression. It is not an equation, but the moment I put equal 0, it becomes an equation. Daniel, come. It becomes an equation. So that is what we are talking about. But today we are talking about simultaneous equation. From the word simultaneous mean we are doing something up to 2 or more together at the same time. Is that clear? We are solving them respectively. Let's say this is an equation 1, and we have another one that talks about, let's say, x minus y equal to 2, equation 2. So solving these two equations together is known as simultaneous equation. And today we are diving into proper insight on how to solve simultaneous equation. We have methods of solving simultaneous equation. We have methods of solving simultaneous equation, and those methods are 3. We have elimination method, we have substitution method, at the same time we have graphical method. So these are the 3 methods. So when we talk about how to solve simultaneous equation, I started with method of solving simultaneous equation. As I have said, we have what? Elimination method. So now let's talk about method of solving. First, methods of solving. Okay. Simultaneous equation. So method of solving simultaneous equation, as I have said, we have elimination method, we have substitution method. We have substitution method, and lastly we have a graphical method. So these are basically 3 methods of solving simultaneous equation. But under my discussion today, I'm not actually talking about this. I want to tell us how to solve simultaneous equation. Now, let's say using elimination. That's the discussion. Using elimination. And I've told you that we are going to be using discussion method in this class. So I'm going to do bits of teaching, but hardly discussion, so that you can get the details of what they are talking about whenever they say elimination method or simultaneous equation. So we have laid the foundation of what it meant to talk of equation. It is an algebraic expression with equality sign included. Then when an algebraic is written without any equality sign, or inequality sign, it is known as what? Expression. But the moment you put equality sign or inequality sign in whatsoever form, you have made such an equation, you have made such expression to become an equation. Now we are talking about how to solve simultaneous equation. Then we can't talk how to solve without discussing method. That's why I start with methods of solving simultaneous equation. Then let's say, for example, we have elimination method, which is number one. So if you have elimination method on this, like let's look at this question where we have 2x. Yes, 2x plus y and x minus 2y. Both of them, 4 and 2 equal 4 equal to equation 2 and equation 1. Now we dive into what we are saying. Let's make use of elimination method here. With the word elimination means eradicate or remove. Eradicate or remove. Or remove. Yes, remove. Take it off. Eradicate. Now, how do we apply elimination methods in solving simultaneous equation? First of all, in everything you must first of all know the variable. Here now, what we call variable here is x and y. It's also known as unknown. It's regarded as unknown. We can term them as an unknown. So we have variable x and y, or we can term them as what? An unknown. So we don't know them, they are the one we are solving for. And I told you in the previous classes that we cannot solve when we have expression. Under expression, we can only evaluate or simplify. But under an equation, we can be told to solve. We can be told to find. Those are the ways we listen to when we talk about equation in mathematics. Now we are dealing with simultaneous equation, and our first method is elimination method. First, how do we apply elimination method? I repeat myself again. First of all, you must know the variable you want to eliminate. And I've told you the word elimination simply means to delete or remove. Kill something, remove it, delete it. That is elimination. So, take for example, I want to eliminate y. I have had it in mind that I'm eliminating y. So what I'm eliminating is y. Are we all getting it? Yes, we are getting it, and I'm sure we are getting it. So we are eliminating y. Now that we have known that we are eliminating y, I say number one, you must know what you want to eliminate. Know the variable you want to eliminate. Know the variable you want to eliminate. That is the first thing. Know the variable you want to eliminate. Secondly, you must make sure by all parameters, by all means, by all thinking, by all brain putting together, by bringing your minds together, by thinking perfectly to make sure that the variable have same coefficient. That's number two. Same coefficient. Make sure that the variable that's variable number one. Now the variable we are discussing about, know the variable you want to eliminate. And now the second step is that make sure that the variable, which is the one referring to a1, has the same coefficient. Make sure that the variable have the same coefficient in both equations. Hope you understand now that these things are coming from my head to your hearts, so that you can get it very well. So I'm bringing it out of my head, out of my heart to your own heart, so that you can know it offhand, just like the way I know it offhand, and I can disseminate it at any given point. Whether I'm in the river swimming, or I'm in the dream, I'm in the sleep dreaming, I can solve it. because I know it to heart. So I want to give you the same idea. So first, you must know the variable you want to eliminate. Second, make sure the variable you are discussing about has the same coefficient in both equations. Now I have choose variable y that I want to eliminate, but the question here is that variable y in equation 1 has 1 as its coefficient. Solve it. Let me quickly tell you the meaning of coefficient. MB. Coefficient simply means the number attached to the variable or the number multiplied by the variable. Like x here now, x in equation 1, the coefficient is 2. That's the number attached to x, the number multiplied by x. Now y in equation 1, the coefficient is plus 1. This is also plus 2. It's plus 1, it's 1. So that is it. And y in equation 2, let's drive fast. The coefficient is minus 2. And I say you should make sure that the coefficient in equation 1 and in equation 2 are the same, whether with sign or not with sign. Don't bother. Just make sure they are the same in magnitude. The coefficient in equation 1 and 2 are the same in magnitude. Are the same in magnitude. Are the same in magnitude in both equations. So the sameness I'm talking about is in magnitude, in size, 2, 2. Make sure. Whether 2 here is minus, 2 here is plus, don't worry, we are coming to that. And that leads me to number 3. Number 3, after you have been able to make the coefficient to be the same, if the signs are opposites, listen carefully, students, add. If the signs are opposite, what do I mean by opposite in sign? If the sign here is minus and the sign here is plus, add the two equations together. Listen again. If the sign here is plus and the sign here is minus, or the sign here is minus and the sign here is plus, add them together after you have been able to make the coefficient the same. Yes, if the signs are not the same, add them together. Now listen to the second condition. If the signs are the same, subtract. If the sign plus or minus are the same, let me not use equal, are the same, subtract. Subtracts the equation from each other. Subtracts. So you subtract one of the equation from the other. Yes, let me clean here. Okay, now we have grabbed number 2, so I can pave way for number 3. So for number 3, if the signs are the same, you subtract. But if the sign signs are opposites or alternates, that is plus in one and minus in the other, both equation 1 and equation 2, one have plus, the other one have minus, then add. So you add up both equations. You will add equation 1 and 2. So these are the 3 conditions you must take note when you are using elimination method. Please watch and remind yourself the 3 conditions. Number 1, know the variable you want to eliminate. And the variable we want to eliminate here is y. And in equation 1, y as having coefficient as 1, and in equation 2, y is having coefficient as minus 2. Second step, we must make sure that they both have equal coefficients, whether in sign, whether with the sign or not with the sign. So the sign will now make it the third way, the third consideration. If the signs are the same, we subtract, and if the signs are different, we add. Is that clear? If the signs are different, that one is plus, the other one is minus. I'm repeating this for your understanding. You add up. Now let's go. How can I make now? The first thing is that I've known that I'm eliminating y. The second step which I have said is that I should make them equal. How can I do that? I multiply equation 1 by 2. Then I have 4x plus 2y is equal to 8. Now I have a reformed equation 2 which I can call equation 3. I have a reformed equation 1 which I can call equation 3. Then I can return equation 2. X minus 2y is equal to what? 2. Now I now apply the third rule. The third rule says when the signs are opposite, I should please add. Now let me add and see my result. 4x plus x, I have 5x. Don't forget that x is also 1x. X is also the same as what? 1x. So 4x plus 1x, and I have plus 2y plus minus 2y. So I have 2y here and I'm adding it to minus 2y here. I have a 0y. So I go to the equality side. 8 plus 2, I have 10. Both of them are positive. Now divide both sides by 5 to get my x. Simply my x is equal to what? 2. My x, wow, is equal to what? 2. Now then I don't get any x, so 2. My x is equal to 2. Then I will now go back and substitute. I will go back and do what? Substitute. So it means that I have given x a new name. That x, your new name is now what? 2. It means I can go back to equation 1, I can go back to equation 2, I can go back to equation 3 and make myself jolly. So from equation 1, I have y is equal to what? 4 minus 2x. I'm still going to teach you change of subject or formula so that you understand what I have done here. So I take this to this side. So this, just like sometimes we say subtract 2x from both sides, and I make y the subject of formula. So this is plus here. When you cross this border, it comes here to become minus. Just like you are in Nigeria with naira, when you move to Ghana, you enjoy CD. So you have to convert your money. Or let me do a better example. You are in Ghana with CD. When you move to America, you change your money to dollar. You change your CD to dollar. That is what happened here. So now we have this. I can call this equation 4 if you like. Don't even label it. It doesn't make you to miss it. Equation 4. Then what I've given x new name. Now whenever I see x, I put what? 2. Then I can go ahead and say y is equal to what? 4 minus 2 multiplied by 2. Is it clear? Now I can boldly say 4 minus 4, meaning y is actually 0. Thank you very much for watching. This is what we have done today. I think the next question I will upload now, for the purpose of time, in order not to consume too much of your time, is how to make use of substitution. Or I can still make one more question on elimination, maybe the question that have the same sign, and you see the way I will subtract. Thank you very much. I remain myself, Standard Tutors. I'm the MD of Great and Standard Tutor School. Thank you very much for liking and supporting us.